Comfort feels safe, but it is the silent killer of growth. Across 5 voices, the truth emerges. Struggle is not punishment. It is the path to freedom.
Your first thing, you're fighting, we all have 2 people. We all have 2 people. And I'm not saying you're crazy. We have the easy voice, which is that 20% telling yourself that I'm easy at 90% of my full potential, maybe 100% at that 20%. That's that voice that we all love. That's that very comfortable voice, that's that mommy holding you saying it's gonna be okay. Doesn't care how good you are, just loves you. Just loves you no matter how messed up you are in life. That's where you wanna be at. So that's that one voice. This other voice that we walk very far away from is the voice saying, hey man, you ain't doing shit. So we try to get this voice out of our head completely. And we live over here in this land. So what you have to do first is turn up this voice over here. The voice saying things to you that aren't nice. That it's in our head saying, you know what, man, dude, you're not doing shit. You're not and it's not putting yourself down. People take this the wrong way in this new society. I'm not saying to put yourself down. I'm saying listen to the truth. And the truth isn't in the 20%. The truth is in this other part of your brain saying, look, man, you're wasting a bunch of percentage here. We have 80 more percent that we're not tapping into because in this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this shit. So a lot of us know that.
Comfort is a trap. When you confront it, you step into growth. Jordan Peterson calls this the dialogue we all face, knowing the hard things we must do, yet ignoring them. He shows us that every small problem we confront is training for the larger battles
my own
ahead.
heart, these are problems, man. And you ask yourself, you sit on the bed and say, okay, man, I'm ready to learn something. What's one thing I'm doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? It's like, you meditate on that, you'll get an answer. And it won't be one you want, but it'll be the necessary one. And it's often something that will point you to small things. So Carl Jung said, people in the modern world don't see God because they don't look low enough. And so imagine you're in your messy bedroom, and you're sitting on the edge of the bed trying to have an honest dialogue with yourself. And the little voice says, it's pretty disgusting in here. And you think, well, I'm way above such trivial niceties as organizing my room. It's like, well, that's pride. That's arrogance. If you're above organizing what's actually yours, how in the world are you ever going to organize anything else? And so you get on your knees and you think, well, it's time to, take a brush to the toilet. And maybe that's where you start.
Every ignored whisper becomes a locked door. Each small challenge you face is a key, unlocking the strength to climb toward greater challenges. Oprah Winfrey describes those whispers as life speaking to us. Ignore them, and they grow louder until they roar into storms. Listen early, and you transform gently. Ignore them, and the storm will force you to evolve.
You see, your life whispers to you all the time if you're paying attention. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning until the moment you go to bed at night, it's just speaking to you. And really, hearing those whispers is one of the most integral pieces of the puzzle, I believe, that's needed to put together the bigger picture of your best life. Now, there might be a message sent or meant for you that first comes in a whisper that to you sounds like, that's strange, or, that seems odd. I didn't leave that door open. But then if that whisper isn't addressed, the whisper will become amplified, getting louder and louder until it suddenly becomes what I call a big thump on your head. And if you're still not paying attention, that little nudge transforms into a brick of a problem. And then eventually all of those ignored bricks that make up the structure and stability of your life come crashing down. So know this for sure. Life is whispering to you all the time, then turns into a brick of a problem. You ignore that problem, you get a brick wall of crises. So the key is learning to get whispers before they turn into bricks. So this is
Discomfort is the whisper of change. Alex Hormozi takes it further. Life doesn't just whisper, it throws battles at different levels. Each struggle feels harder, but discipline turns pain into progress. The staircase may burn, but every step lights the way upward. Breakthroughs are not accidents. They are forged in the fire of
the
discipline.
heart remains the same. Actually, so I've given this a huge amount of thought. So, like, what makes something hard? Like, just in and of itself, like, what actually makes something hard? And so, if we think about this as an aversive stimulus or a negative stimulus, then you have, because habituation happens on both sides. And this is what I think is so fascinating, because it's like, okay, well, you know, I wanted this big thing to happen. I wanted the Rolls Royce. I wanted the Ferrari, whatever, saved my whole life, and here I am, right? And I was happy for a week, and then all of a sudden I got used to it, right? So I was like, why can't I habituate to the suck, right? Why can't I habituate to the suck? And the thing is that you do. The only thing is that what makes the suck keep sucking is what makes punishment effective, which is increasing intensity and variety. And so if you want to effectively punish someone, you can't just keep punishing them the same way. You have to increase intensity and change how you do it. And the beautiful thing is that life doesn't fight fair. And so life will change the intensity and will give you more variety. How many times have you been like, I didn't know life could suck in this way? Like, like this is a new one. You know, like, wow. Like, you spin the roulette of life and you're like, oh, here's another one that sucks.
My dick was kicked from another angle.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Had no idea. And so in thinking about that, it was like, okay, I think the reason that the hard persists is because the nature of the currency that you pay or that you exchange for the thing that you want changes. Because in the very beginning, you basically have to, like, you know, conquer your friends and family who tell you that this might be a bad idea. Okay, fine, you get over that. And then you have to conquer yourself in the most basic level of, like, I have to do something. Okay, so you start taking action, you start learning how to learn stuff, which is learning through failure and learning through it. So you start doing that, and you realize you're not going to die if you fail. Okay, then after that, then it's like, okay, but then now you have this dramatic skill deficiency, right? So you have to very quickly level up in a ton of different things, in whatever domain you're in, right? And then that has many failure loops that have we habituated to failure? No, it's too generalized. So the failures that occur are specific, and so it's just like, oh, I didn't know I could fail in this way, right? Like we have
Naval Ravikant reminds us that starting with nothing is not a curse, but an advantage. Struggle builds the foundation for freedom. You must first learn to provide for yourself before you can provide for others. Only then does your horizon expand, from self to family to community, and finally
absolutely.
to the world.
Yeah, because if you're a loser, then you'll want to be a winner, and then you'll develop all the characteristics that'll help you be a, you know, quote unquote winner in life. That said, I wouldn't sentence my kids to it. Like, I don't think you can artificially do that. You know, it's sort of like, imagine that you were, you know, 300 years ago, you're born a serf, and then somehow you manage to escape off the farm and you become a landowner, and then eventually you become a minor nobility and aristocrat. Are you going to put your kids back on the farm and say you're going to be a serf again? I know they all like those stories. The kids themselves like those stories because it says, I came from the school of hard knocks. My dad made me go shovel hay for a summer. It's not real. I mean, you're not going to trick them. I think all you can do is kind of cultivate an appreciation and gratitude for what you have. And the only way to do that is just evidence it yourself, right? Just show yourself how you spend money, how you respect it, what you do with it, how you take care of people, who you're responsible for. And the more resources you have, the greater the tribe you can take care of, the more of the tribe you can take care of. Mm-hmm. So when you have no resources, you're struggling to take care of yourself. And at that point, it's good to be selfish because you can't save somebody else if you can't even save yourself.
Yes.
So you take care of yourself and you become the best version of yourself. But there are too many men who are able, fit, and have some money who are doing nothing with their lives. They're just sitting at home doing nothing, just indulging in themselves. Maybe they go on dates and they get DoorDash. Like, I have no respect for that. I think there's nothing worse in society than a lazy man, because he's sort of leaving it all on the table. He's leaving his potential on the table. It's bad for him. So the next thing you do is you go and you have a family, and you take care of your family, take care of that tribe. Then you take care of your extended family, you take care of your cousins, brothers, uncles, grandmothers, aunts, sisters, everybody that you can. And then if you have more resources beyond that, then you go take care of your local tribe, you take care of your people. You start trying to do some good for the world. And if you have more resources than that, you go take care of an even bigger tribe. And that's how you earn both respect and self-confidence, and you live up to your potential. So the more you have, the more is rightfully expected of you. And I think it's a good compact with society when highly capable people express and flex that capability by giving more and more and by doing more.
From Goggins' bully voice to Peterson's dialogue, Oprah's whispers, Hormozi's battles, and Naval's struggles, the message is clear. Comfort is the lie. Struggle is the path. Freedom is the reward.